Mm-hmm. All right. The battle for Eritrea is not going to be an easy one. I just can't help but stare at it in awe, almost. Alright, it's probably good time. Consider nuclear reactor. Do we really need to go for nuclear bombs? Let's be honest. How useful are they going to be? Because I'm pretty certain this mod does not contain ICBMs. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that. Well, maybe with rocket tech. Green laser sight. Sure, we'll devote it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay. So, that's all taken care of now. Begin researching advanced computing machine. And we're slowly working on encouraging private research. Is the number on the top left your FPS? Yes. Yes, it is. Those of you on YouTube currently cannot see that. That is from my recording program. We should make the Russian rocket artillery. Yeah, we have free civilian factories now. Alright, so our factory slots are actually all full. If you can freaking believe it. Alright. Might as well. Whoop. There we go. Three and 1, 2, 3 and 1. There, that would literally be all of our infrastructure built up to maximum level. Well, once we do infrastructure project 3 anyway. It's on the list somewhere down the line. Okay. We're still short some oil. I mean, we could go for Angola, but they don't produce enough oil. Not enough oil to cover us. Egypt does, but they also have, like, the strongest army in Africa. Fighting against them, they have 1924. Yeah, we outdo them in military production, which isn't too surprising, I suppose. Alright. Okay. Yeah, right now I just need to find a way to get a hold of more oil. I guess we could trade for it since we yeah. Hey, Saudi Arabia, you aren't exactly a big threat. I'm gonna buy oil from you. There. And suddenly our production of IFEs and MBTs goes right through the roof, baby. Alright. Doesn't have any death mechs. This is true, but remember, we only have a single one of these. And by our tests earlier, a single one of these is equal to about 12 to 16 brigade of their divisions of the AIs. So, I mean, I would like a few more of them before I really start trying to push them into action. It's also good to note they're completely useless in the mountains. Why don't you go for the Arabian Peninsula? Well, I don't really have a link over it yet. I don't really have a friggin' navy. I mean, honestly, I could probably just tear down my dockyards. I haven't put anything into, you know, research here. So, getting this put together, not likely to happen. Especially since I question the need for them. I don't think they are very necessary. Alright, so let's get that census reform. I like how we've been just watching our recruitable population grow. Like, that is growing at a just concerning rate. It should not. Then I'm very vulnerable to NATO? Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling that whoever I go for next, NATO is going to be all over. I mean, honestly, I think I'm going to recall the Egyptian garrison. And frontline them in Eritrea. There we go. They only have 34 friggin' divisions, so, you know, I believe I can easily overcome them at this point. Especially with a single mech death. And they just finished Infrastructure Project 3. Good. They're ripe for the conquest. So, will Eritrea be the part where I have to go to war with NATO? Because I'm probably going to go through with the war regardless. Which is very likely to plunge everything into war. So, we'll find out. Well, at least we have a captain of industry, which definitely helps here. I'm going to assume that Eritrea is already filled up on, like, slots. It's got 10 additional slots in the state. Oh, yeah, this is good. There's going to be 8 civilian factories or something. Wait. How are you? You're only just doing civilian buildup 3 right now? 6. So, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so yeah, you have all the military factories at least, which is all we really need. Alright. There's going to be at least 8 military factories in here, if not more. Perfect. Let's conquer the shit out of this. Oh, dear. Okay. Okay, 18, 19. What the hell? Why not? It'll be like 6 years before that comes of anything, but it'll be worth it. Alright, looks like they're gearing up and prepping for war. No protection has come in for them yet. And also, our second mech death is about to roll off the damn line. What do we have in reserves right now? We got 1.4k mechs and 845 MBTs. Not bad. I'm climbing. Like, we gain 6.3 MBTs and mechs per day. We can actually cut back a little bit on our mech production. And reshuffle it around a little bit. Because we don't need anywhere near as many mechs as we do tanks. But I've kept the production lines equal. So let's just throw out another line of tanks. I don't see any reason not to. That uses all of our oil and all of our steel. About the best we're getting. Alright. The second mech death is armed and ready. Modify the government! You know, I never really did even look at the aircraft tech tree too much. I realized that it was modified, but... Strategic bombing 60. Naval attack. multi-roll. Ground attack 12, that's it. Ground attack 13. Ground attack 18, that's a little better. Okay, this is... So the UAVs are reasonable. Major Monarchist Rally. But, like... For their price, I don't see aircraft being very valuable. Yeah. Really not great. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. I can live with that. So, with the census reform, we can now gain 1.8k in recruitable population. And let's build up the infrastructure a little more, shall we? We're already doing general buildup. Might as well. Then we should probably consider things like anti-air, air bases, radar stations even. Doesn't hurt. Alright. Is any production coming for Eritrea? No, and we are almost halfway there. Have you ever tried to survive with the IS? No. No, I have not. Alright. Both you arms stop. Good. Because our fight against Eritrea is pretty much just going to be solidly defensive. Only Mech Death is allowed to go on the offensive. Mostly because I want to test it out. We're going to have 3 divisions prepped for it. Perfect. We're just going to have an entire army of the damn things. And slowly but surely I can begin to phase out our infantry-based armies. Alright. Good. But yeah, with a ground attack of like only 22, I don't know. I don't think airplanes are going to be particularly valuable. Yeah, good. Minus 5% research time. It'll be excellent. Knock a fair bit off of all of our research. Considering a lot of it's long term right now. You know, only 1,800 days. Alright. Good. Yeah, that knocked 100 days off that. Oh, jeez. Good. Yeah. A lot of infrastructure is getting there. I'm just trying to order it by, like, areas that need the most to least construction done. There we are. There, perfect. Yeah, so once this is done, literally our entire empire will be at 10 out of 10 infrastructure. We're modernizing. Faster than anybody could believe. We've filled up on factories. And our economy is awesome. Alright. Yeah, those guys are just dying. So they have absolutely no reserves. That's been pretty much established now, right? They have absolutely 0 reserves of any equipment whatsoever. Otherwise, those guys would have been able to reinforce. Yeah, so with 0 reserves, this should be an easy walk. Easy walk. Like, a lot of their troops are just taking attrition they take forever to recover from, because it takes forever for them to put out new resources for it. They only have like 10 military factories, so it's not surprising. I mean, I question now, can I even close the economy? No. The lowest I can go is limited exports. That's okay. I'm alright with that. But closing the economy would be actually horrifyingly beneficial to us right now. Oh well. Like, it would get us 100 extra steel. Alright. 30 days until war with Eritrea. Alright, let's move our mech death into position. Yeah, movement around anywhere is attrition. Attrition hell, I tell you. Okay. We're prepped. Does anyone but the USA have their own focus tree? I believe Britain and Germany do as well. No. I was poking around the game files before and thought I saw them. But it does not look like it. No, I know. No, China does. China does. I know China does. I've seen theirs. Yeah. China has their own focus tree. And Japan, no. I don't think of any other major countries that might, but none really spring to mind. France? No, okay. Yeah, so not really. It's the US and China. Alright, we are prepped. We are ready. You have 19 days, Eritrea, and falling. By all means, finish your civilian buildup. I don't mind at all. Grab some extra factories. They have 20 unlocked slots, so they'll be able to fill us up to 25 factories. Holy shit. I'm tempted to let them live for a little while and let that happen. Alright, so I think I replace you with Army Org. Nah. We don't need organization. We're fine. The only thing I think to do is raise taxes, but I really don't want to. Progressive, Democratic, Socialist. We could go to very low taxes, actually. It wouldn't be awful. We need to use extra consumer goods factories, which is fine, because as it stands, we have a pile of spare. There we are. Let's see. When does this war goal even expire? December? Alright. You have no aid. Yeah, we also started with air wings, didn't we? Never really bothered much. Alright, Mech Death. Do your magic. They launched an attack on us first, which is fine. I kind of expected that outright. That's why we're so heavily entrenched. Alright, and now we counterattack with Mech Death. And Mech Death says, "You're fucked, mate." Oof. Like, they just plowed through them. Jesus Christ. Alright. There's a reason these things are called Mech Death. Even in the hills where they don't do so good, you see. There's only one that can even fight on front at a time. I really shouldn't even be stacking them. They have 80 combat width, and no front is ever larger than 80. No, that's not true, I guess. If multiple attack us, then it becomes wide enough to use Mech Death. So yeah, this is these fights are the work of a single Mech Death friggin' army. Even in the mountains, it starts at like 12% just because it's shit there. But it doesn't matter to it. It generally pushes through. We've managed to round them all up. Add in the extra front. There you go. We've rounded them all up in their capital. God, I'm loving the mech death, man. 7 only? Ugh. Go on, I want to let you live for a while. Finish your civilian build-ups, will ya? We'll allow you to live to finish those. Alright. Now, let's get Shorepunked going. I mean, they're just throwing, like, random things at us. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, they don't have anywhere near enough equipment. Yeah, well. So, what do I do with you? You could go for the low taxes for the reduction of research time. We can go for the high taxes so we have less consumer goods factories in need. Chinese mining interest. Alright. I see no reason to disallow this. Let them dig. Very well. That is extra resources for us. Hard to complain. Extra resources for us and extra resources for China. Yeah, these guys are doing pretty heavy attacks on us at a rather consistent rate. Of course, doesn't really matter much. It's really just good for the army XP. Hard to complain. That's really why we've sort of just dug in around them. A, it's good for the army XP. B, I really want to let them finish their civilian buildups, because then Eritrea will literally have 25 factories in it. And it will be the most developed state ever. Which, I can't lie, that's pretty awesome. Alright. Kenya and Tanzania. Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi. Need to clean this up as well. Djibouti continues to get a free pass right now because they are guaranteed by France. Like, as long as they remain guaranteed by France. Oh yeah, there's a pile of army experience I can grab here. I should consider that. Motorized production costs? Jesus Christ, what have I been thinking about? I really should have considered these a while ago. I might be a moron. I totally forgot that this part of the tree even existed, to be honest. Like, this tree is really wide. So I just kind of got to here and then stopped. Like, alright. Good to know. Good to know. Anyway, I think now's a good time to end today's episode here. We've reconquered most of Eritrea, but we're just going to let them finish their build-ups. Just so we have more to conquer. Because I'm that much of an asshole. But I think it's fine. I think it's fine. In the meantime, though, that'll be it for today, folks. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I've been your lovely host, Kelvin, signing off.